Greetings, Shining Bulls and Shining Bears, and welcome to this, the 38th episode of the Crypto Astrology Podcast. Please note that financial astrology, similar to technical analysis, is not 100%. I, Maya Raghavan, am not an influencer. I am not a financial advisor. Rather, I am a financial astrologer, using the planetary positions as data inputs in my analysis of the probable nature of price movements. I do not make your decisions for you. Your decisions are up to you. ShiningBull content is here to stimulate your own thought process as you make your own decisions relating to your own finances for yourself and by yourself. We are going to take a look at what this week holds for Bitcoin and Ether price. Before getting into the day-to-day regarding this week, here are the most important celestial movements or the factors that will be influencing us here on this earth plane. On Monday, Venus will reach an exact trine to Jupiter. Venus is transiting in Mula Nakshatra and Jupiter in Ashvini. Both are together in Cancer in the Navamsha. On Thursday, first, Mars joins Mercury in the first Sagittarius pada of Uttarashadha. Then, less than 2 hours later, Budh, Mercury, enters Capricorn. On Saturday, Devguru Jupiter enters into a new nakshatra and new Navamsha pada. Devguru will enter Bharani and join Ketu in Leo in the Navamsha. So you'll understand the relevance of those factors in a bit. Please note also that the Bitcoin BTC 2024 predictions book is now available on ShiningBull.com. This book gives several turning points per month when Bitcoin price will start moving in a given direction and is a valuable addition to any swing trader or day trader's toolbox. 2. Bitcoin BTC 2024 predictions book gives an added edge to investors, fund managers, and anyone interested in Bitcoin as an asset. The new book ETH BTC 2024 predictions for the ratio is also available on ShiningBull.com for those of you who trade the ratio. It also gives a few points on ETH USDT, but that's not the focus of that book. The focus is the ETH BTC ratio. So, okay, now let's look more up close at the week ahead. I, the astrologer, live in Newfoundland, but I give the weekly predictions that I make on this podcast as per UTC time. So, I see that on Sunday a climb begins in the early morning UTC when Moon starts trining Devguru Jupiter. For traders, the numbers 44,297 can act as an important resistance or support on Sunday for Bitcoin price. Next, on Monday, I see we start dropping in the early morning around sunrise UTC when Moon joins Mercury and Mars in Scorpio in the Navamsha. Starting in the middle of the day UTC on Monday, we start climbing again when Moon reaches exact trine to Budh, Mercury. For traders, 2 numbers are likely to act as an important resistance or support on Monday for Bitcoin price. Those 2 numbers are 44,297 and 41,448. And 2 numbers are likely to act as an important resistance or support on Monday for Ether price. Those two numbers for Ether are 2137 USDT and 2428 USDT. Next, Tuesday, I see we start dropping in the very early morning UTC when Buddha Mercury becomes stronger in Sagittarius. And then we start climbing mid-morning UTC when Moon enters the Pisces Navamsha of Uttara Phalguni for the rest of Tuesday. For traders, the number 48,969 USDT can potentially act as an important resistance or support on Tuesday for Bitcoin price. For Ether price, the number 2717 USDT can potentially act as an important line. I see these lines for both Bitcoin and Ether are much more likely to act as resistance or numbers that we drop from in the case that they are hit. Next, Wednesday, I see we drop all day due to Sun's Navamsha transit. Then Thursday UTC, I see us dropping almost all day due to a lot of activity happening in the Navamsha chart amongst Mars, Venus, and Mercury. Thursday night UTC, another climb starts when Moon joins a thankfully lonely Mars in Sagittarius in the Navamsha. Friday and Saturday, there is a lot of general potential for upward movements until late evening Saturday UTC due to Moon's opposition to Devguru and Sun's interesting Navamsha transit. And then late evening, I believe I see that upward potential is cut. Late evening Saturday. Okay, so, however, please note that I still do see another correctional drop down to about 37,858 for Bitcoin specifically, pending by Sunday, February 4th, which is next Sunday of the week to come, not this Sunday, just to give you a bigger picture. And so that number is a hard bounce point for Bitcoin that we would take off upwards strongly from. Again, this is all astrology. These are all astrological resistances. You wouldn't believe how powerful the celestial transits are in determining how the price charts move, but maybe it's just simple, simply that. So anyway, please read the disclaimer as always in the details section of this video below. So that was the weekly forecast for the week ahead in Bitcoin and Ether price. And next, some news from the past week, which will impact the future of crypto, definitely, and of civilization. In my book, Ethereum by 2026, which was published in 2022, I included some valuable points of astrological research. One point I made was that Ethereum upgrades are indicators of bull runs in the same way as Bitcoin halvings, and I give the astrological reasons for this, and it is fascinating. Recently, as many of you are likely aware, Ethereum has been in the testnet phase of its Dencun upgrade. The Ethereum devs like naming their upgrades after a combination of a star and a city. They like doing this. This one is a combination of the star Denebula and the city Cancun, hence Dencun. Denebula is the star of Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, where Ethereum's natal Rahu is placed. I have spoken extensively on how Ethereum's natal Rahu, so get it? They named the upgrade after a star, which is the star in the constellation, the emblematic star of that constellation, Uttara Phalguni, where their natal, Ethereum's natal Rahu is located, okay? And I have spoken at length about how their natal, Ethereum's natal Rahu is directly related to everything gas for ether, okay? Everything gas. The whole show that is the ether gas. Okay, so one aim of Dencun is to reduce gas fees on L2s or roll-ups, which will mean more activity on Ethereum as a whole, and thereby make Ethereum more competitive. Okay, so on one hand, since it uses a new mechanism referred to as blobs, they're very creative with their naming of things. And so anyway, it makes gas much cheaper for L2s to pay. Okay, this blob space makes gas cheaper for the L2s to pay. Okay, and since ETH gas fees are burned, the immediate effect of that is less deflation, right? However, since it aims to attract more usage due to this new low gas blob space, the idea is that it will make Ethereum a more solid choice and thereby increase overall usage of the network and thereby increase the ether deflation, which is of course conducive to ETH price increasing. So, what I wanted to tell you is that in my book, Ethereum by 2026, which again I wrote in and published in 2022, I mention a specific date near the end of March of this year, 2024, when Mars will be opposing Ethereum's natal Venus. And in the book I say, and I quote, ETH price does go up. This is related to an improvement made to the Ethereum platform by its devs. So if you're interested in knowing much more, then definitely check out Ethereum by 2026 on ShiningBull.com. And that was all for this week. I will see you next week. Thank you.